Now, 2022 was undeniably one of the toughest years for the royal family. And as the Commonwealth adjusts to a world without the Queen, this year could be even tougher.
Now, the first hurdle will come in just a few weeks when Prince Harry's newest memoir is released. Then in May, it'll be all eyes on King Charles and Camilla for the coronation. For more, we're joined by Sunrise Royal Editor Rob Jobson. Jobbo, lots to discuss. Geez, you must be excited about Meghan writing a book.
I just wonder how many more royal secrets that she's... I mean, it gives the impression she was only there 5 minutes. She must have had a notebook just wandering around the palace, finding many secrets as possible, it seems to me. How many more tell-alls can you do? I mean, really, there we are. I don't know. I'm looking forward to reading both of them.
Of course you are, Jobbo. Now, the coronation of King Charles is, now only a few months away. We're hearing that's going to be scaled back a little bit. What exactly does that mean?
I think in length and time really will be the key to it. I don't think they will notice any difference because, of course, the last time that we saw a coronation, none of us were, well, very few of us were here. I mean, it was a very long experience for the Queen Elizabeth. I think we'll be looking at a far shorter coronation, but it'll still have the pomp and pageantry and the colour, so I don't think it will notice a thing. It'll just be more, I think, geared for a television audience.
OK, so the royal family is saying that we're very conscious about the cost of living crisis and that will be front and centre. That's difficult, isn't it, to walk that fine line? How much are they being held to account on that in terms of what activities that they stage?
The thing is, it's the government has already budgeted for it and already got the money sorted out, so it's already been prepared for, and so they can't really suddenly say we're going to have a sort of this rundown sort of ceremony. It's going to be, it's not as if they've got to build anything. They've got Westminster Abbey, they've got the clerics in place, they've got everybody there, they've all got the robes, so it's just a question of, I think security will be high, and that's always very costly, but I think you'll see we'll get the pomp and the pageantry that we expect. I don't think anyone will notice any different. But yes, they've got to be aware of the cost of living crisis. But at the same time, it's a coronation. You can't really do it on the cheap.
And it's also actually good for the British economy too, isn't it? It injects a lot of tourism. A lot of people come to visit.
A bit like us doing the fireworks here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It helps. Now, Jobbo, what other big challenges will the King face in trying to maintain that continuity after the reign of the Queen?
Actually, I think he's doing a pretty good job at the moment. I mean, in terms of his ratings, not that he sits and looks at the ratings, but he's right up there in the 80s, 78-80% in terms of his continuity, in terms of how people are seeing he's doing as a job. I think a lot of people warmed to him in the speeches that he's made, both at Christmas and after the Queen's death, and I think he's doing his best to continue that. So, yeah, I think a lot of people have warmed to him. And the fact that, they've rallied around the King. I'm not one of these people that believe that it's all about the characters. It's more to do with the responsibility of the job and the office. And I think most people will be, there to support the King. And as for the stuff we talk about with the Commonwealth, the actual Commonwealth won't get any smaller. If any of the countries decide to go their own way, become republics, they'll still be members of the Commonwealth. There's no desire to leave the Commonwealth. In fact, that's grown hugely over the last 50 years.
But what do you think then, Jobbo, about the mark of a good monarch? What makes a good monarch? So if we're talking about some Commonwealth nations already talking about leaving, obviously that's not a great look. So what does make a good monarch?
I think that's just a question of time. I mean, over time, you look at some of the nations, particularly in the Caribbean, have wanted to move towards becoming no longer having a monarch and just having a republic, but they'll still be members of the Commonwealth. So I think that's just inevitable. But that won't mean that the Commonwealth won't continue to support those countries as realms. Of course, the realm may have gone, but the fact is they're still part of the big family of the Commonwealth. So I don't really see that as an issue, and I don't think you can really judge a monarch on that, that's going to happen naturally if that's the way those countries want it to be. I don't think that is any real reflection. It wasn't a reflection when Barbados decided to leave, no longer have the Queen as Queen. It was a reflection. It was a reflection on what they wanted as a country.
Yeah, and you're right, Chubby. You've only got to look back at the Commonwealth Games last year to see how big the Commonwealth still is, and as you say,
that's true.
is still growing. So, thank you very much, mate. Happy New Year. See you soon.
Happy New Year, guys. Take care.